Donald Trump once said television hurt politics. Now he's about to spend 90 minutes on primetime debating with Hillary Clinton. Viewers waiting to see if there will be more of this.
This guy will say anything.
He couldn't get elected dog catcher. And I have not started on Hillary yet, believe me.
His opponent has the experience.
President Obama trusted my judgment enough to ask me to be Secretary of State for the United States.
But preparing for a wildly unpredictable candidate is tricky, as Fox News anchor Bret Baier knows.
I learned that it's worth the time to invest on polishing those questions. In the past week, you've mocked Mr. Trump's tan. You've made fun of his spelling. You called him a con artist. You suggested he wet himself backstage at the last debate.
He hasn't been the conventional candidate.
Not at all.
Do you think there's a chance he turns the whole presidential debate on its head?
Yes. I think there's a chance that the whole thing goes off the rails. I think you're going to see this event be the single most watched political event ever. So you have these moments. If Donald Trump managed to have a moment, that could change the dynamic of this race.
So what do the strategists think? We brought together a Democrat and Republican to talk tactics. What would you tell him?
I would advise him to dial it back a little bit. Don't betray, who you are, what you've been. But I just think that it's such a broad audience, and there's a lot of undecided voters right now because both of the candidates are very unpopular.
Should Hillary Clinton just let Trump be Trump and wait for him to make a controversial stumble?
Yeah, I got to tell you, as a Democratic strategist, part of me thinks that that's absolutely the right way to go, in part because it's all but guaranteed that Trump is going to implode. In the end, I think that she still is going to have to be aggressive in taking on Donald Trump, call him out where needed while still providing a positive agenda and outlook for this country.
Jim, do you think Hillary Clinton has more to lose in this debate?
I think that's probably the case. I mean, the fact of the matter is, given where expectations are, if she doesn't exceed a certain level, I think people are going to criticize her. I mean, the other way to look at it, of course, is that expectations for Donald Trump are so low that anything he does, and I repeat, anything just short of showing up the stage, could be seen as a victory, at least by some of his supporters.
In the first ever televised debate, Richard Nixon's sweaty-looking appearance dented his standing against a smooth John F. Kennedy. Ronald Reagan showed the power of a witty one-liner.
I am not going to exploit, for political purposes, my opponent's youth and inexperience.
And then there are the devastating put-downs.
I served with Jack Kennedy. I knew Jack Kennedy. Senator, you're no Jack Kennedy.
But it all feels a little tame next to the prospect of a reality TV star trying to sink a political dynasty. Cordelia Lynch, Sky News, Washington.